Hello everyone, let's start our series of Amazon Web Services course from zero. Like any other cloud provider, AWS has a global infrastructure that consists of regions. Regions are physical locations that contain a minimum of 3 availability zones. They are spread worldwide, allowing you to choose the nearest geographical location for your project. Is it advisable to choose the region closest to your clients? Each region has at least 3 availability zones. Availability zones are separate data centers within a single region. They have independent power and networking. Availability zones are identified by a region code and a letter. For example, EU Europe, Central 1 Frankfurt, ABC availability zone code. Some regions have more availability zones. For example, North Virginia has 6. This means you can configure your resources to run in multiple availability zones. If something goes wrong in one data center, another data center will be available to handle your traffic. All availability zones in a region are connected to each other by high bandwidth, low latency network via fully redundant dedicated fiber optic connections. Each availability zone in a region connects to the internet through 2 transit centers where AWS interacts with multiple internet providers. Additionally, if you have a corporate data center and want to use Amazon Web Services there, you can get a physical server or 2 or 3 or even a whole rack of servers and connect it to Amazon network. This solution is called AWS Outposts. However, not all Amazon services are supported. There is a Wavelength Zone, which is used if you have mobile applications and want them to connect to your servers via 5G network with minimal latency. Amazon doesn't have its own 5G stations. This solution is built using partner mobile networks. There are also edge locations, which are data centers of other networks and providers. They are used for delivering content and services, most often such as Amazon CloudFront and Lambda Edge, which we will definitely discuss later. This ensures the fast delivery of static or dynamic content to users around the world. For example, if your content is stored in storage location in Canada, you can download it from nearest location to you, such as Sweden if you are in Norway. All services in AWS are categorized. Let's look at the most popular services and categories that will help you to build a high availability application. IAM, Identity and Access Management. The first and probably most important service you will work with. IAM is a service that allows you to secure, control, access to AWS resources. IAM provides tools for creating and managing users, groups and permissions, ensuring security and control over access to your AWS resources. For example, you can create an account for a developer or team and grant them only necessary level of access. AWS Cognita is a service that allows you to add authentication and user management feature to your web and mobile applications. AWS Secret Manager is where you can store your secret data such as tokens and passwords and access them through the Amazon API. AWS WAF, Web Application Firewall, allows you to protect your web application from common web attacks or restrict access by GeoIP, for example, to block access from some specific countries. Compute, EC2. These are virtual servers you can create on Linux or Windows server using pre-configured image provided by Amazon called MEI. EC2 instances can be configured to meet your needs, such as instance size, disk size, public or private availability, opening or closing necessary ports, and many others. AWS Lambda, this is a compute service that allows you to run your code without managing servers. You can simply upload your code and Lambda automatically executes it and responds to specific events, scaling resources as needed. You pay only for compute time when your code is running. If code is not running, you don't need to pay. ELB. The service automatically routes incoming traffic between multiple targets. For example, if you have two servers in two availability zones and need both to handle client's traffic. Databases. Amazon DynamoDB, this is a serverless NoSQL database. The convenience is that you pay only when you work with it. Again, if you are not using, you don't pay. Elastic Cache, it's Redis or Memcache database. RDS, Relation Database Service, where you can run MySQL or any other relational databases. ECS, Elastic Container Service, and Amazon Container Orchestrator. If you have several simple Docker applications, you can use this. EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Service, a Kubernetes environment, a more complex solution for container orchestration. ECR, this is a repository for Docker images which can be run on any container environments such as ECS, EKS or others. Storage. Amazon Simple Storage Service, S3, is an object storage. EFS provides a scalable file system that can be accessed from multiple EC2 instances. Which one to choose? If you need shared access to data from multiple servers or containers, EFS is a better choice. If you need to store large volumes of data and access them via API or web interface, S3 is a better solution. Amazon Glacier. This is a cloud storage service in AWS designed for long-term data storage at low cost. Could be backups or family photo archive that you view once every 5 years. Networking and content delivery. API Gateway. This service allows you to easily and quickly set up REST APIs or WebSocket APIs for your services. For example, provide access to Lambda function via HTTP and get a response. CloudFront. This is a content delivery network, CDN. It allows access to websites or content from any point in the world. Route 53, it's DNS service. VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. The service allows you to configure private and public network security groups and restrict access to ports by IP addresses and many other things. And the last one, application integrations. EventBridge. This is an AWS managed service that allows you to build an event-driven application architecture, meaning it lets you to do something when something happens or do something on a schedule, which you may know as cron. SQS, Simple Queue Service. It's a queue service where you can send messages and proceed them without worrying about lost requests. SNS, Simple Notification Service. A service for sending messages from various sources to different recipients. These are not all the groups and services. Amazon has many more interesting offerings. Now let's discuss how much all of this will cost. AWS uses pay-as-you-go model, meaning you only pay for resources you use. For EC2 and RDS, the cost depends on instance type. For S3 buckets, it depends on storage volume and type. For networking, it depends on the amount of traffic. If you need to calculate the cost of resources, you can use AWS pricing calculator. There is an option for free usage of Amazon services for the first 12 months after creating an account. 12 months, you can use EC2 micro instances for free up to 750 hours per month. You can store up to 5 GB of data in S3 buckets, which can include any static data, photos, videos, backups, and so on. You can also use RDS, but only micro instances. Many other services are also available. The complete and up-to-date list can be found in the documentation. And here are some services which are always free. 25 GB of storage for DynamoDB tables, 1 million of Lambda function executions, 1 TB of outbound traffic for CloudFront service that used as CDN. The complete and up-to-date list can also be found in the documentation. This is all for this video. Thank you for subscribing, liking and commenting. See you in the next one.